Who runs the world? Have you ever wondered which companies have actual global power and influence? Maybe it's only one company, and maybe that all-powerful top seat changes hands every now and then. Well, it so happens that we are in the economic power era of Blackrock Inc., the largest asset manager in the world. So how did Blackrock Inc. get to this position? And how does their seat as the world's top multinational investment company influence global economics? Stick around until the end of this video and get the bigger picture about the company that runs the world. What is Blackrock Inc.?
Yeah, I think our quarter really was a continuation of the last 5 years. Last 5 years, we grew by $1.8 trillion in net inflows. We actually grew more in this first quarter than the first quarter of 2022, about $110 billion of flows.
BlackRock is the largest multinational investment company founded in the US in 1988. BlackRock is one of the world's leading providers of investment, advisory, and risk management solutions, currently worth an estimated $9 trillion in value at the end of the first quarter of 2023. The company is headed by Chairman and CEO Larry Fink, who oversaw a $1.5 trillion net growth in inflows in 2022. But what exactly has this company done to become so powerful? Simply put, BlackRock receives money from its clients to use to invest and make more money for said clients. Furthermore, BlackRock created a software platform called Aladdin, which uses extremely precise analysis tools to make quantitative investments for its clients.
And to provide advice about the management and rescue of banks. Yet at the same time, BlackRock is often a major shareholder in these same banks. In other words, the company often sits on both sides of the table. BlackRock Solutions gets privileged access to highly sensitive information that could be valuable to BlackRock itself. Does this constitute a conflict of interest? No, says BlackRock, which claims that the company has established Chinese walls between its different subsidiaries. In January 2018, BlackRock's founder and chairman, Larry Fink, sent a letter to all of the CEOs of the companies BlackRock is invested in, asking them to do more than deliver financial performance and make a positive contribution to society. So BlackRock not only owns the world, it also wants to save it?
In other words, make larger quantities of smaller valued investments instead of smaller quantities of larger valued investments. With its accumulated financial power, BlackRock has invested heavily in many large sectors, such as transportation, food, finance, real estate, energy, oil and gas. Not only that, BlackRock has also invested heavily in corporations around the world, which means they have access to sensitive data and information to make even more informed decisions about its investment strategies. According to hedgefellow.com, Amazon, Visa, Chevron, ExxonMobil, and Coca-Cola are just a few of the top 50 holdings that BlackRock has in its portfolio at the moment. Furthermore, BlackRock Inc. is also a major enterprise auditor. This means that large companies will hire BlackRock as a financial assessor, giving a full house diagnostic of a company's economic condition. Think that is all? Not even close. There is a subsidiary company in BlackRock called Blackrock Solutions, which also provide economic and financial analysis and advisory roles to governments. That's right, even sovereign financial interests, from government-related economic institutions to central banks, have been invited for auditing and analysis by BlackRock Inc. It kind of feels like there isn't a financial corner of the world that hasn't been tapped into by this global financial conglomerate. So you can start to see a basic map here of how one company has a piece of everyone's pie and can accumulate the relevant and necessary information in order to make massive investment decisions for its own growth. At this point, anyone who touches BlackRock will start to make money. BlackRock has grown over 7,500% since its inception in 1988. That is 22 times more growth than the S&P 500 in the same period. Although we have to respect the latter has been around for much longer, still, to crush the most consistently performing index by that margin, incredibly impressive. BlackRock's stock IPO'd on October 1st, 1999. An IPO is an initial public offering. This means that buying shares in the company is available to the public. So if you were smart enough in '99 to purchase a small piece of the BlackRock pie, and you happen to be watching this video, then you're sitting pretty comfortably in your chair right now, and I salute you. Since then, BlackRock has acquired major shares across massive industry sectors and also invested heavily into some of the largest corporations on the planet, including Apple, McDonald's, Microsoft, and Amazon. But arguably, the move that made BlackRock the financial powerhouse that it is today is the integration of technology into their large-scale investment strategy. This created the beginning of an investment network that would reach all of the largest corporations and even some governments and reserve banks. The more clients the company acquired, the more money and funds the firm had to use in its investment strategy, which in turn provided more access by buying more shares in better-performing corporations. The more access BlackRock would get, the more information it could use to better understand how to avoid bad trading environments. This is also known as risk management. All of this came from their powerful tech analysis tool, Aladdin, and BlackRock began offering its clients ETFs, otherwise known as exchange-traded funds, something we've mentioned before on this channel if you check out this linked video on your screen now. Basically, ETFs are like a basket option. There'll be an assortment of funds to invest in any given ETF, and these baskets are created on a performance-based indicator. Here again, Aladdin has been incredibly useful to BlackRock in creating these ETF options in its aim for diversification. Also, little side note, this is not an ad for BlackRock. In fact, this video is not sponsored at all. So by liking the video or leaving a comment, it's a great way of supporting small channels like mine. Alright, back to the video. BlackRock and Blackstone merger. So now you know the core of BlackRock. This is the foundation and bedrock of the largest investment firm in the world. However, let's look a little deeper into how this company became the world's largest asset manager. Did you know BlackRock actually entered a 50-50 partnership with Blackstone Inc. in 1987? That's right, BlackRock wouldn't be the huge enterprise it is today without the involvement of another massive financial conglomerate. In this case, Blackstone Inc. Blackstone Inc. is an American alternative investment management company based in New York City. It was founded in 1985 by Stephen A. Schwarzman and Peter G. Peterson, who had previously worked together on Wall Street at Lehman Brothers. Blackstone's private equity business has been one of the largest investors in leveraged buyouts in the last 3 decades, while its real estate business has actively acquired commercial real estate. Blackstone is also active in credit, infrastructure, hedge funds, insurance, secondaries, and growth equity. As of the third quarter of 2022, the company's total assets under management were approximately $951 billion, making it the largest alternative investment firm globally. So together, BlackRock and Blackstone started to really absorb some of the biggest financial institutions out there, including Merrill Lynch in 2006 and Barclays in 2008. BlackRock saves the day, post-COVID bailouts. Considering the hundreds of companies that BlackRock has invested in over the years, you would be right to assume that they would have been affected by the global economic stalling that the COVID-19 pandemic brought to the world. Well, actually, it turns out BlackRock saved the day by bailing out some of the companies that it had invested in. The economic relationship between the US Treasury, the Federal Reserve, and the multi-billion-dollar asset management firm BlackRock in devising the March 2020 rescue operation for Wall Street was revealed in an article published in the New York Times on the 23rd of June 2020. The extent of the collaboration is revealed in new emails obtained by the newspaper, together with information that has previously been made public. In one newly obtained email, Fink refers to planning for the rescue measures as the project that he and the Fed were working on together. According to the article, Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, the world's largest asset management firm, was in frequent touch with US Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin and Fed Chair Jerome Powell in the days before and after many of the Fed's emergency programs were announced in late March. In the rescue package, the Fed committed itself to buying already existing debt as well as new bonds and also decided it would purchase ETFs, with the result that the bond markets and fund recovery was nearly instant. As the Times article notes, while practically all of Wall Street benefited from the Fed's intervention and other financial firms were consulted apart from BlackRock, no other company was as front and center. So there you have it, a clear picture as to how BlackRock Inc. has evolved in significant ways to make some of the most influential decisions about global economics on almost every level. Do you feel that this is enough evidence to support the claim that BlackRock runs the world? Does this mean Larry Fink, the chair and CEO of BlackRock, is arguably the most powerful man in the world? Let us know your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below. Give this video a like and subscribe to our page for more videos on financial powerhouses and global economics. See you next time.